ladies and gents, I talked about this during my live stream today, but I have to get into it in depth because the reporting after this horrific incident in which a lunatic attempted to blow up newborn babies at a maternity unit has been absolutely shocking. Well, not shocking, because welcome to Clown World. Hank, Clown World. That's what we're living in. But at some point, we have to grasp the nettle and accept the fact that we've got a bastard problem. It's like any form of problem. The first step in the problem is admitting you've got a problem. And when people scatter themselves and groups of women and children across the front of pop venues, one would assume that somebody, somewhere, would have actually grasped the fact that we've got a fucking problem. All we've had for the last 24 hours is this same shit. Christian. Ooh, he was a dedicated follower of Jibu. Do you think everybody in this fucking country took their brains out and replaced them with stewed steak? Do you? Really? BBC, British government, little fat Priti Patel and her saggy albino jellyfish boss. You could not make this shit up. And furthermore, the BBC wants fucking bulldozing. The BBC is a sea of lies, a sea of misinformation, propaganda, and a strange fascination with making excuses for one of the most conservative ideologies on planet Earth. It baffles me that left-wing, middle-class, green, hippie, commie, everyone who falls under that umbrella despises everything conservative in the world unless the conservative ideology in question happens to be predominantly practiced by people that happen to be brown. And then they cannot get enough conservatism. They will bend over backwards, ram their empty heads straight up their arses and pretend that conservatism, definitely the most conservative religious ideology going at the minute, due to the Christian Reformation and the state of modern secular Israel, the most conservative religious ideology on earth, they cannot get enough of it. And it doesn't matter whether you're talking about grooming gangs, industrial scale noncery, female genital mutilation, which let's tell it what it is. FGM, that's a polite way of saying fat, hairy, sweaty, old pensioner hacking a girl's beef curtains to bits with a sharp stone because he thinks fucking God likes it. I mean, you cannot make this stuff up. It is lunacy. But let me just get this done quickly before I have an aneurysm in rage. Right? The Liverpool bomber was 100% not a Christian. 100%. He was a follower of a different Bronze Age theology, and we all know the name of it. But we can't say it, because if you say true things in post-truth Britain, Silicon Valley drop a nuke on you faster than Diane Abbott clears the shelves in the fucking candy store, right? I'm not going to lower your IQ by even reading the BBC's endless spiel about, he was definitely a Christian. Of course he was, definitely. He's got a nice Christian name. He wasn't called Al Swalmeen. No, he's called Alan Smith. Alan Smith was lovely, and he definitely wasn't an asylum seeker. He definitely didn't come from a country that was majority the other religion that isn't Christianity. And I'm not going to insult your intelligence by covering more of the BBC's drivel, how no matter how many kids get killed, or babies get blew up, or fucking innocent women get stabbed in the eye, or pop concerts get blew up, you just have to say, you know what? The people most suffering are the fucking instigators, right? You know, poor old Fred West, he only skull-fucked 20 women. I think we should feel sorry for Mr. West. Yeah, cheers, BBC. Christ almighty. But, yeah, anyway, I'm off on a tangent because I'm angry. Let's just get this done quickly, shall we? Everybody knows Christian views on suicide. There's been much debate over it, but they have always believed that it is sinful and an act of blasphemy. And though modern Christians do not consider it an unforgivable sin, it is still wrong and sinful. Done. This is why the suicide rate among Catholics is consistently lower than Protestants and Jews. Everybody knows what the Christians' view of suicide is. Everybody knows it. That's why you don't get Christian suicide bombers. Secondly, as reported in Newsweek, Emad Al-Swalmi, yeah, nice Christian name there, yeah, nice Christian name from a nice Christian country. Yeah, of course he is, yeah, cheers. As reported here in Newsweek, his target was the Liverpool Anglican Cathedral. Also reported here in the Daily Mail, but no mention of it at all from the BBC because they could not lie straight in bed. Friends believe his target was the service of remembrance at Liverpool's Anglican Cathedral. Picturesque it is indeed. But guess what? It's an Anglican cathedral. Why, pray tell, would a Christian decide his primary target is going to be a fucking Christian cathedral? Do you take me for an absolute ignoramus? Do you, BBC? Do you, British government? Do you, Metropolitan Police? Do you, Guardian reading, communist shithead? Do you? Oh, and by the way, there was yet another suicide attack today, 3 hours ago in the Ugandan capital. And because it's in Uganda, where they, amazingly, where the officials apparently are less comfortable with propaganda, right? Banana Republic fucking states in Africa are less comfortable with propaganda than the UK. Because according to the Ugandan officials, the state whose name we shall not name was responsible. Boom Shanker. There you fucking go. Suicide bombers just today targeted the Ugandan capital, and guess what? They weren't toppers with Jesus juice. They weren't happy clappers. There wasn't an Anglican priest to be seen. This is a fiction, and the people that run the BBC hate you and your children. They practice and peddle hatred. Hatred for their own people, hatred for the people that pay their wages. They lie, they smear, they deny, and they have nefarious aims indeed. I am a very angry bootneck today. Thank you for listening. Oh yes, and I'm giving some more art away. If you want some, check the links in the description. Subscribe to me on Subscribestar, or get me a wet on Ko-Fi, and I will stick your name in a hat. I will draw it live tomorrow at 7 p.m. Thanks for watching. God save the Queen. Bless America. And skullfuck the BBC. Roast them over the fire pit in Beelzebub's lair. Thank you very much. See you soon.